Oh, it's a beautiful spring day, perfect for riding the penny farthing. The sunny weather's finally appearing after a long cold winter. So it's time to answer the third question I usually get asked about riding penny farthings. The first one is how'd you get on and how'd you get off? You use a step. Second question, is it hard? Well, it takes a bit of practice, but once you get used to the height, it's not too hard. But the third question is, how'd you get into riding penny farthings? So let's answer that question today. So seeing it's nice weather, I may as well have lunch at the River Cafe as well. That's opened for spring. It's been closed all winter for renovations, so I might as well check out that beautiful cafe near the river as well. So I've got to travel back in time to the year 2015 in Bathurst. One of my friends, John Kitchen, announced for the Bathurst Bicentenary he's going to need some penny farthing riders to do some events around town. So at the time I knew what a penny farthing was, a vintage bicycle with a big front wheel, little back wheel. I thought, there's no way I know how to ride one. Oh, what the heck, I'll give it a go. So John's a master bicycle maker. He makes conventional road bikes, racing bikes, other things. He'd recently got into making penny farthings, so he had a few that he had made. So we went to the Bathurst Velodrome, the old velodrome near the highway, and once a week he gave a few of us some lessons. The old velodrome was good. It was tarmac loop with grass, sporting field in the middle, so if you had a mishap you could ride towards the middle of the field and just fall on grass, so it wasn't as dangerous. I did have knee pads and elbow pads on, helmet and everything when I first started. I was a bit nervous and scared. John would hold the bike, I'd get on, then he'd hold the bike as I'd start riding, and then hold the bike when I got off. So I didn't have to learn how to do the whole thing in one go. And lo and behold, after a few weeks I learnt to ride and I was hooked. So May 2015, for the Bathurst 200 years of it being proclamated as a city, as a town by Governor Macquarie back in 1815, we did a few events around town, dressing up in vintage clothing, riding around the streets. There's a fashion show as well, so of course I went into that to try my luck. I didn't win, but it's just the fun of going into it. So there's a few events around town that we could do, so it was all great fun. So in 2016 we had a photo shoot in Macadie Park. John had some tricycles there as well, so a group of us had some professional photos. That's the one that's on the wall on the canvas print that you've probably seen in a few videos. So 2016 rolls around, 2017, 2018, 3 years later after I learnt to ride, I just decided, what the heck, I'll get John to make me my own penny farthing. So it took him about 6 months to make, and it was ready in December 2018. So of course, if you're a regular viewer to the channel, you would have seen my penny farthing. Most of it's custom made by John Kitchen. It's got a 48-inch front wheel. Each one of these spokes is made by hand, cut to length, threads put on. These hubs started off as just a metal disc. It's all drilled out. All the forks are made out of metal. Pedals and cranks are stock, and the back wheel is stock. But everything else is custom. So my custom penny farthing's got a bit of a steampunk flavour, so it's got an octopus on the seat there. It's also got an octopus step. That's question number one. How'd you get on and off the penny farthing? You put your foot on the step and step up to it, and that's how you get off as well. So this started off with a piece of metal. The legs were cut and the legs are custom made. There's 8 legs for an octopus and a brass cap put on. So it just looks fantastic. It's a unique thing. There's probably no other penny farthing with an octopus step on it. Got some nice scroll work here. That's just to protect your trousers from getting into the spokes. Nice mud guard there with the scroll work. So John would email pictures of the penny farthing being made, because it's a complicated long job and he's got other jobs going on at the same time, so it takes a while to do. He'd send me all these photos of these bits and you think, what is this? How's that going to work? And then eventually he sent a photo of the thing nearly complete, and now it looks like a penny farthing. Even this rim is custom bent out of a straight piece of aluminium, curved into a circle. It's just amazing the workmanship that's gone into it. Even the handles, they're lathe turned out of wood. All this metalwork's custom made and then chromed. It's just amazing the work that goes into it. John would say after he's done 64 spokes, he doesn't want to look at a penny farthing wheel for a little while because it's a big job doing all the spokes. So, December 2018, I had my penny farthing, and I thought I was going to do an environmental YouTube channel. I was thinking of it for a while, and I thought, why not do an environmental channel featuring a bit of penny farthing riding as well. So what am I going to call it? Eco something, eco... Well, why not Eco Penny? Because I ride a penny farthing. So that's how the Eco Penny YouTube channel was born. And beginning of 2019, I started doing a video every week. And it's 2025 and I'm still going. It's just a fantastic, fun hobby that I've got. It's amazing all the different things that I've done. If you're a regular to the Eco Penny channel and you're a subscriber, you would have seen a lot of these penny farthing videos, but I'll just rattle off a few things I've done with my penny farthing since 2019. So I've done 2019 Car Corps Australia Day event, went on Channel 7's Sunrise TV program in 2019. They did the weather reports at Mount Panorama, and I had about 15 seconds of TV fame footage there. We did the Sydney Classic Bike Show, lots of old racing bikes and vintage bikes and penny farthings, and that's where the outro from every video, you see me riding along with a few others along a velodrome. That was in Sydney, so I just put that as an outro for fun on the end of every video. We've done Ironfest, Bathurst Heritage Trades Trail, and of course 2020 I took penny farthing all the way to Tasmania to race in the National Penny Farthing Championships in 2020. Oh, I had a hoot. There's quite a few videos of that too if you want to look that up. I've done the Goulburn Steampunk event, and I took the penny farthing on the 35-kilometre Mudgee Classic Social Ride. I was the only penny farthing entrant. Everyone else had road bikes for some reason. But that was a great fun in 2023. I've done the Rebellion on the Turin event at Safala near Bathurst. Ridden from Blaney to Cowra over 3 days on the penny farthing. That was about 100 kilometres in total. So that was a fantastic adventure. Of course I got videos of that on the channel. And I recently took it to Grenfell for the Henry Lawson Festival and saw Iandra Castle and took the penny farthing to the castle too. That was a terrible rainy cold winter's day, but I didn't get to do much riding, but I had the penny farthing on display. So I've done quite a few events on the penny farthing. It's just great fun taking her out. So I'm going to head off to the River Cafe now for lunch. This is the indoor area. It'll be beautiful on cold winter days with a fireplace in the middle, or if you want to escape the summer sun. This is a very delicious lunch. Got a melon and prawn salad, nice caramel oatmeal cake, and my iced coffee. Can't wait to have them. Cheers.